This lesson's regarding doing eyelets and laces for your shoe. Okay, so I'm gonna just back up here, and I'll just get rid of my stroke tool for now. Okay, I have this shape here. I clip masked it, so I'm going to do something cool. I'm just going to Command C, Command F again. I'm going to tell this shape to be nothing in the middle, and then just a solid outline. I'm just going to use gray for now, so you can see that shape. Okay. I'll grab. Ruined it. I'll bring this shape to the front, so I'll press. I'll right-click and say Center Front, and see how that goes on top of things. Right. So, gentlemen, do you see how that works now? You can bring things in front and back, and you can control the elements way easier. Okay. If I wanted to do a offset path here, I'll do that as well. Offset the stroke by 0.1, oh, maybe 0.3. Cool. Stroke. And we're making our stitches again. So let me get 3 point. Cool. So I want to do my eyelets. Okay. This is how I would do it. Now in your design, if you have a triangle or a circle or a square, you make the decision on how you're going to do it. I'm going to use a combination of the blend tool today. So I'm going to click and drag the hole that I want to create in my shoe to replicate the eyelets. Okay. And I'll just make this solid and no swipe. All right, so what if I just duplicate this and put this at where the end is, and I blend it? I'm going to go Object, Blend, and you make the decision on your sketch. Well, I have a total of 8 holes, so I'll tell the computer that I want 6 in between these two by saying specified steps. I'll say 6. So there'll be 8 in total, the 2 original and the 6 in between. Okay. Object, and then you press Make. So the options are one thing, making it's another thing. Shift Command B. Boom. Now remember, get your direct selection tool, grab a point, and you can say convert it, and you can actually play with the, oops, excuse me a sec. Play with the geometry of it, and you can play with the shape and how it forms. Okay, and here as well, I'll do the same, convert the curve. And so if you want it organic or you want it straight, you can do that. Okay. Let's say I'm happy with the position with those eyelets and where they are. Okay. Now what I want to do is go Object and Expand. I don't want these to be blended holes. I want these to be separate. So now there are separate shapes. I can ungroup them. And if you want to make some last minute changes on the arrangement of them, say you wanted this one to be over here or whatnot, you can do that as well. Okay. The blend tool just helps organize and guide them together in the area. Now the trick I would do is I use my pathfinder tool to trim these holes. Okay, so I'm going to hold Shift and select each single one. Some people are wondering, sir, why don't you just leave them alone? Why do you need to cut through? Well, I like doing it because you can see the fabric underneath better. Okay, so I'll get my pathfinder tool, and where's my pathfinder tool? Oh, can't find it. Go here. It exists. I just can't see it. There, it's right here. My bad. Just gotta bring it up. Okay. So with the pathfinder tool, I'm going to use the one that's called minus front. So notice how the gray little circles are in front of the fabric. I'm going to hold Shift and select the shape I want. I'm going to say trim the holes underneath. Okay. Now it brings it to the foreground. Not a big deal. I'm going to press Command Shift and my lower parentheses, and it brings it to the back again. Okay. Or right click. So now you notice it trimmed holes through the fabric. Okay. And if you don't want to do that process, that's fine. But I just find this more professional when you make your shoelaces. Shoelaces are very simple, guys. I'm going to get my rounded rectangle tool. I'm going to click and drag kind of a band. And I'll just make this a different color so you can see. Oops. Get rid of the stroke. And what I'll do here is I rotate and I give the illusion that this lace is going through and in, and the roundedness gives it kind of the effect that it's going into the lace loop. Use your direct selection tool, select only the top section, and you can grab and shrink down that lace loop. Okay? Command C, or you know what? Just hold your Alt key and duplicate it. Right click, tell this one to go to the back. And it looks like it's going through. Got it? Duplicate this one. It's going above, and then you can rotate it in a different orientation to give the illusion that the lace is going through the shoe. Okay, if you want to bring it in a bit more, duplicate this process, and if you want the lace loop to go longer, grab your direct selection tool, select the top portion of your lace loop, and stretch it out, and you can give that illusion that the laces are going through and around the tongue. Is that helpful, guys? Okay. And if you want to make it even like really slick, you grab some certain points here and drag them up, and you can make it look like it's going across the lace. And then you can duplicate that if you want to. So I'm holding Shift, using Alt, duplicating those two objects, and you can do it. You can cheat a bit, and you cheat a bit more. It's not wow, because just essentially you're doing a pattern, right? And then afterwards you can, right? Well, anyways, you're gonna stretch them out to make it look like it's going around the tongue, and that's how I would do laces. And that's my lesson for today. Oh, and of course, if I had another fabric underneath, let me just do a I'll just put this underneath really quickly. And then I'll send this to the back, Command Shift, and I give that a different color. Right? You would see that those holes, you would see the fabric through the bottom. Now, I'm not doing a professional job in lining them up. I'm just doing this to show you the process and how I would do laces. Obviously, I missed a step there. Maybe I'll grab this one. Okay, and then you'll go and fine tune. You can use the direct selection tool, the lasso tool to grab certain points. Hold Shift and click on specific points, and you can drag them out. Oh. I'll just minus that. That thing's annoying. All right. There you go. That's how we do the laces, and this will end this video.